Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, phrase by phrase, chapter 13, Father's Idea of Fun. And in this chapter, we learned the sound f, the sound v. So f as in fall, v as in very. You can see these are labial dental sounds. Labial meaning lip, dental meaning teeth. So f is voiceless and v is voiced. So those are the labial dental sounds of f and v. Fall and very. Also, we practice more on vowel length. This is not a new concept. This is an old concept, but something that needs to be repeated because a lot of you are still speaking da, 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 instead of da, 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 da. So vowel length is another concept that I'd like you to carry out through all of your speech. What else? Introductory phrase intonation, da, 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 da. A little bit rise at the end of that phrase in order to let the listener say, oh, this person's not finished speaking. This person still needs to get to the part where they go da-da-da-da, because that will be final. And also, something that's kind of hard for some of you, and that is contrastive stress and intonation, where you're making contrast between two ideas or two people or two kinds, right? And then you must put the stress on those two words. And that means you have to put this, must reduce the stress and lower the intonation, lower the tone on the ones that are not stressed. So what is our story? Our story is about a little boy and how he walks around with his father, but they don't have the same idea of what is fun. The little boy says, "Father doesn't know how to have fun. Not in my view, anyway. I think jumping in fall leaves or playing ball in the field is fun. He thinks it's undignified for a fellow his age. I think feeding ducks is agreeable enough. But he says to leave that job to Mother Nature. Every so often, he'll say cheerfully, 'Let's go for a walk, Victor.' Then he drags me downtown. Whenever he wants to stop, I have to stop too. He folds his arms, plants his feet stiffly, and chats forever with other old fogies. I tug on his pants or poke my finger into his thigh, but Father simply smiles down at me from the clouds. If a frog jumps across the road or a gopher pops its head out of a hole, I'll dive toward it. I never get far before feeling Father's familiar grip on me. Gentle, but very firm. Then he chuckles and gives me a benevolent pat on the back. Taking a walk with him is not my idea of having fun. How's that story? Do any of you ever have that feeling? Or did you as a child have a feeling that, you know, what your parents wanted to do and what you want to do are just not the same? Or did you always like to do what your parents said? I can't hear you unless you press your talk button. Can you hear me?